and welcome to a new Transformers Generations Titans Return video review here on Starblight.de. And today I'm going to show you Loudmouth from the Titans Return Titan Master class. And it was the only figure I was missing because our local Müller store had only the other three guys. So I went to eBay and bought him from a German seller. And he arrived, and he's pretty cool, and I show you what I like about him. And first we take a quick look at the packaging. It's a typical Titan Master class style packaging, and here we see a little artwork of Loudmouth in his head mode. And some of you may recognize Loudmouth more under his original name, Siren. I don't have any clue why they renamed Siren to Loudmouth. Also, I think Loudmouth is not a pretty good name, but that's just my opinion. But I'm happy we get another headmaster from the original toy line in new form, and sadly he comes without a bigger body. He just comes as a Titan Master. With a little vehicle, and I hope, or set my hopes, that Hasbro will release another figure under the original name Siren, with a full body or something else. I'm, like I said, hoping that anything will come. Okay, so Loudmouth is a decent figure in my opinion. He has some detailing. The eyes are red. He has a red body, red legs. On the back of the body we see, for that I will transform it into head mode. We see his head, and he shares some history with Nightbeat, because he and Nightbeat were always a bit shuffled in design terms, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the original comics from the 80s or early 90s, Siren's head was used with Nightbeat's colors, and vice versa. Nightbeat was used with Siren's color scheme for Siren, so they share a bit of history together. In head mode he looks pretty decent, not too bad. A bit of metallic blue, red eyes, a red visor, some silver painting here on the forehead, which is pretty nice. He has some kind of antennas, which I really like. The back of the head is red because of the legs from of his robot mode, or in his Titan Master mode. He has some posability. He has a ball jointed head which turns left and right. Also functions as the ball joint for the head mode. So if you put him on a deluxe or Voyager class figure, the head rotates and swivels a bit because of the ball joint from the Titan Master head. Also ball jointed arms, and here are some joints too, to make him sit, and also to transform it into head mode. Let's take a look at the vehicle that comes with him. It looks a bit like a land speeder, and inspired by Star Wars. So when I first saw this vehicle, I had in mind Luke Skywalker's land speeder from A New Hope, which is pretty cool. The color scheme resembles the scheme from Loudmouth. Also, Loudmouth can sit inside of this vehicle. We have here a nice Autobot logo. to fit him inside the vehicle, I like to pose him like this because it's easier to push him inside. Here are some pegs. They peg in here. So when you pose him like this, you can push a bit with the thumb and make him sit well. Then you just make him sit in his landspeed, and I think it looks really great, really cool. When I see him like this, I had a song in mind. They see me rolling, they hating. I don't like that song, but it comes to my mind when I see this. Looks really fantastic, in my opinion. Also, he can combine with his vehicle to form a second mode. For this, you want to fold these parts down, like this. Transform Loudmouth in his head mode, like this. And you see this part there, the head pegs in. It's a bit of difficult sometimes because the head tends to rotate and doesn't fit well. But I think when you first try to slot in the horns, what I call them for now, it's a bit easier because here are some pegs that peg in on the side of the head. You see those gaps, and they hold the head in position. So oh, right, you want to push it in like this. The legs facing upwards. So let's try to push it in this angle, like this, and you know it sits well. And then you want to fold that back. So he becomes a little tank-like thingy. Design reminds a bit on the Trade Federation MTT from Star Wars Phantom Menace. Some really cool Star Wars references going on here. It's nice. It's not really awesome in any way, but it has a third mode too. So this thing has 3 modes, which is pretty cool. Yeah, tangle thing. Here are some black details I forgot to mention. Also here you see the handle that becomes part of the weapon mode, which I will show you in a few seconds. For the weapon mode, you want to fold that halfway in and fold out the handle. So a larger figure, for example, I take Blaster, Leader class, pack the handle into the hand of the larger figure, and now he has a little weapon. The weapon mode is kinda simple, and I think it looks a bit better if you place the side panels like this. Works much better in my opinion. It's okay, it's there, but it's not really that cool. Also, I want to show you how you use Loudmouth as a head for larger figures. Like I said, for example, we take Blaster, remove the helmet, remove twin cast, his original head, and it's pretty easy to swap the heads. It's not like on Voyager class Brainstorm from the Generations toy line. It's much more easier. Just push in like this. No? Make sure the head looks straight and try to push it in. Come, get in. This always happens on camera. Okay, and he sits. Okay, so I think it's pretty great that you can swap the hands. You have a great interactivity in the whole toy line, which is really awesome. I really like it. I loved it with Combiner Wars, and I think Titan's Return makes more of it. And also you can flip on the helmet. But as I said in the review for Blaster, for example, also I said in the review for Power Master Optimus Prime, the big problem I have with the heads and the leader class figures is that, in my opinion, the faces from the Titan Masters that come with the leader class figures are much bigger. Not the head itself, but the face. I think you can see what I mean. The face for from the twin cast Titan Master has much more mass to it than for example here Loudmouth, and so I think the Titan Masters, which are sold separately, do not fit well with the leader class figures. Unfortunately, I don't have any deluxe or Voyager class figures here now. But I will show you what I mean when I have one of the set figures. Also, I want to mention on my way are the Wave 2 Titan Masters. I don't know all the names. I know it was Ape Face, it was Brawn, Clobber, and guy number 4, Sky Wheels, Fly Wheels. Something like this. They're on the way to me. Also the first wave are the Voyager class figures with Galvatron and Sentinel Prime, which I am really looking forward to. And yeah, so stay tuned. More reviews will come up soon. If you want, leave a thumb up, leave a subscription if you already haven't, and see you next time.